And the challenge deemed okay by Upamecano and Maximilian Bayern. No foul given.
It's great play again by Bayer, but Upamecano is just half a yard too quick. He gets back. He's got to be a bit more careful, because sometimes when defenders are so quick, they tend to, you see it with Davies as well, they tend to sometimes take liberties because they know they always get back with pace. But yeah, it was a touch fortunate here.
Matthijs de Ligt. Here is Alphonso Davies. Rafael Guerreiro. Davies faced by Kaderabek. Up here to Weghorst. Away by Grisha Prömel. Now Bayer again to plot and scheme for Hoffenheim. The chase onto Prömel here, but de Ligt will win that particular battle. Moon Jae Kim away at the Asian Cup in Qatar at the moment. So de Ligt is in there in tandem with Upamecano tonight.
Yeah, some very sloppy passing from Bayern Munich in the final third. It's 2 or 3 times now they gave the ball away cheaply, and they've got to be careful because Bayer, as we've seen here, has got a bit of pace as well.
A night where you can feel the emotion around this place, as well as see and hear it. Now Davies to light the turbos for Bayern. Attacking here with real purpose. Alphonso Davies. Leroy Sané, cleverly done. Not a good pass. This is Marius Bulter. Now Kimmich needs options here. Kimmich got by Grilic here to involve Weghorst. Kramaric dropping deeper these days into the midfield. He is their all-time record goal scorer. Now 32, the Croatian, but very much one of Hoffenheim's best ever players in the Bundesliga. This is his 9th season on the club's books as well. There's Kaderabek back now to Ozan Kabak. Well, no real clear chances so far in these first 14 minutes for Bayern.
Well, they've got to move the ball quicker. They've got to be a bit more careful in possession. They're very sloppy when it comes to this, to the last third. They gave the ball away cheaply, and it's very hard to gain momentum if you do give the ball away cheaply at times. And they make it far too easy for Hoffenheim to defend so far. So they've got to be a bit more clinical when it gets to these final passes.
Yeah, 1 league loss so far, the 5-1 defeat away to Frankfurt in December. Here is Musiala with lovely footwork. Musiala's pass, just too long for, in the centre there, Rafael Guerreiro for Bayern.
Yeah, Kabak did just enough. Slight deflection, knocks it up for a corner. I think it would have been a bit too far for Guerreiro anyway, but as you said, Dan, beautiful footwork by Musiala. It's just so good that the tighter the space, the better he is. What a talent.
11 set-piece goals in Bayern's season so far, the most of any club in this season's Bundesliga. On this corner, it's Leroy Sané, short now to Guerreiro. Konrad Laimer. Kimmich. Guerreiro, clever pass. It's Konrad Laimer still here. Ball smuggled away by Weghorst. Weghorst boxed in here, and the ball nicked by Laimer for Musiala. Again, those dancing feet. This is Harry Kane. And they can't clear their lines here. In goes Upamecano with a challenge. And now they will get the break row going. It's again a ball to get this time Bulter in motion. Marius Bulter has support from Bayer in the centre. And the ball clipped in towards Kramaric. It's come off Davies. And now Sané can be in business. Sané. And being tugged back here by Stark. We'll see a yellow card as well here from Benjamin Brandt, the game's first caution.
probably felt he had to play foul here, even though I think they had enough bodies back. A bit early, 16 minutes played, a bit early for a holding midfielder to be booked, but took one for the team there.
Now Davies. Sané. Up to Harry Kane. Musiala. Neatly done again. It breaks there for Weghorst. Marius bolted with a giveaway. Could be expensive. Leimer. Kimmich. And the cross for Sané, met by Grilic. It'll fall to Thomas Müller. Headed by Kramaric. Little head tennis. There's Musiala on the edge of the penalty area. And Bayern here will keep the pressure on, keep the hammer down on Hoffenheim. Musiala. Little space now for Konrad Leimer to exploit. Kimmich. On to Thomas Müller. And the ball put away for another corner here by Ozan Kabak.
There's a lot of workload for Bild. He's an offensive player really, but he almost plays like a left back because Müller comes through the right hand side. Leimer is going forward a lot, and it's certainly something he's not used to do. So he's got to manage his runs going forward, because he had a 40-50 yard sprint. I think he's breathing a little bit. He's got to manage his runs forward, because he'll have a lot of defending to do.
Sané. It's Jamal Musiala! A goal to just lift the emotion, unleash the emotion around this place tonight. The ball finds the net, Bayern score, and the voice of Franz Beckenbauer echoes around the Allianz Arena.
Now, I just mentioned, incidentally, it's a left-hand side again. It's far too easy the way they played through. Short corner, got an overload there. Somebody's got to get out there. I think in the end it's built up. And I think the keeper's got to do better as well. It's a very tight angle. I think it went through the keeper. Might have been moving a bit. He's developed into one of the best keepers in the league, Oliver Baumann, but I think in this case he's got to do better.
Yeah, Musiala's fourth league goal of the Bundesliga season. And Bayern in front inside 19 minutes. Can they respond here? The chase on for Kramaric, but well covered there by Alphonso Davies. As we say, in those situations, he's among the best players in the world at getting back to make up lost ground. Just a 3% scoring chance there for Musiala from the angle, which he makes a mockery of. Sané now with 9 assists. No one has made more goals than Sané for his teammates this season in the entire Bundesliga. Musiala again. This is Grilic. Back with Baumann. A break here for Andrej Kramaric. Then goes Kimmich tenaciously out to find Guerrero. The pass, a good one to get Sané away. It's Sané, no way beyond Ozan Kabak this time for FC Bayern. There's Kramaric. Maximilian Bayer is there, and so too Thomas Müller. Upamecano. De Ligt. Now Davies, Bayern with a goal, and now looking to further impose themselves on TSG Hoffenheim. They've won here just once in their history. That was 2018 with a couple of Sagi Sadamian goals. There is Neuer. De Ligt. begin the new year as the chasers, not the chased. Playing catch-up to the superb Bayer Leverkusen, who've not lost a single game in all competitions this season under Xavi Alonso. And Leverkusen are setting a fierce pace at the top this season.
Yeah, there's not much you can do. Out of all the competitive games, they only had 3 draws and the rest were wins. So Munich didn't do too much wrong in the first half of the season, but Leverkusen was just a bit too good. But it's a long way to go, as we know, and usually second half of the season, Bayern Munich are pretty good at chasing teams down, but they will need a slip-up or two from Leverkusen.
Leverkusen missing a number of players away at the Africa Cup of Nations. They play Augsburg away from home tomorrow, their first game of the restart. In terms of matches played, this reaches the halfway mark in the season, this match. The Bayern do have a game in hand there. Game against Union Berlin here last month was snowed off in Munich. That's replayed on the 24th of January. This is Kimmich now to find Guerrero. It's an able chase. You made the point, Didi, of having 3 home games, and there is a real chance there to put some points on the board to start the new year well.
Absolutely, and they're 4 points adrift now. Game in hand is in 10 days against Union Berlin. The team is going to Portugal on Sunday or Monday for 4 days. It is a good opportunity, and as you mentioned before, they've been flawless so far. Only 1 draw against Leverkusen in the league. Very debatable penalty in the last minute, so their home form has been exceptional. And it has been for the last 10 years. I can't recall too many home losses for Bayern Munich. That's usually where they get the advantage over the other teams, because in the Allianz Arena here, it's very hard to take something away.
Yeah, they've now scored in 72 successive home league matches. The last team to keep a clean sheet here was RB Leipzig almost 4 years ago now, February of 2020, before the lockdown. See there, 1 shot and 1 goal. So Bayern so far, in terms of chances, super efficient.
And they've got so much firepower going forward. And the thing is, if you trail here, it's 1-0 now. Obviously, Hoffenheim has to see that they, keep it tight now, go in, maybe nick a goal or go in 1-0. But at some stage you have to chase the game, and with the pace they've got going forward, with Sané, Coman is on the bench, they can pick you off on the counter-attack. So this is why it's so hard to get a result here in Munich.
This is Upamecano. It's come now to Matthijs de Ligt for Bayern. To the feet of the Portuguese Guerrero now. It's the Canadian Davies. Davies for Kimmich. What can Lima do here? It's with Thomas Müller. Müller. And Thomas Müller goes again. There's Kimmich. And Sané now to feed Davies again for Bayern here. The pressure stays on. Here is Musiala. Musiala still. It's a give and go here, but away by Grilic for Hoffenheim.
Yeah, best spell for Bayern Munich so far since the goal. I don't think Hoffenheim has been in Munich's half.
It's ominous signs for the men from Zinsheim so far in this first half. There have been some big wins here this season. We think of the 7-0 they got against Bochum, the 8-0 they got against nine-man Darmstadt back in October. Musiala's goal, Bayern's 50th league goal this season. And here on the chase is Thomas Müller. And Zocchi away for Hoffenheim, but the ball picked up again here by Bayern and Davies.
That's exceptional defending by Zocchi. There was just not quite enough pace on the ball for Müller. He had to wait for it. If there was a bit more pace on the ball, I'm sure he would have got his shot off. But what a play by Zocchi.
Now Musiala between two players. It's Kramaric here to lead the counter-charge for Hoffenheim potentially. In the end, a 3-on-1 was simply not a fair fight. Here is Guerrero now for Harry Kane. Away by Grisha Prömel. And the foul given Hoffenheim's way for the challenge on Prömel. Well, here again, that's Unzoki challenge on Thomas Müller.
It was probably onside as well. I think Kabak played him on. Brilliant defended.
Müller has signed a new one-year deal to stay here until 2025. He'll mark then 25 years on Bayern's books. Says the carrot was the chance of a Champions League final here in the 24-25 season. Of course, the scars of 2012 and Chelsea here still run deep for FC Bayern. And Zoki. Marius Bolter towards Kramaric, but read by Matthijs de Ligt for Bayern. It's Davies. Upamecano for FC Bayern. And the difference maker Musiala. De Ligt. On to Davies. Atkins and A produce. Harry Kane. The atmosphere is subdued no more.
No. Fans are in full voice now.
It's Konrad Laimer. Now for Dayo Upamecano. Kimmich. De Ligt. To involve Alphonso Davies. Now Sané. Sané, as I say, he's assisted now 9 goals in the league this season, the best in the Bundesliga. The back heel for Guerrero, away by Unzoki. Came off Anton Stach. Unzoki there again for Hoffenheim. And Thomas Müller does well. And Müller in for Sané.
Doing a pretty good job at the back, Hoffenheim. They haven't conceded a chance from open play. Obviously conceded a goal from a corner. But Nzoki is doing ever so well. He's made a lot of clearances, headers. Obviously that last-ditch tackle against Thomas Müller when he was in on goal.
There is Grilic.
That's good football.
Nzoki. It'll reach Kramaric here for Hoffenheim. On his right, he's got Kaderabek bombing forward here. Here is the check. Kaderabek's cross. And the shot by Stach was at least half a chance.
I think it's probably more than half a chance. It's not the easiest ball to hit because it's bouncing up quite high. But you see by his reaction, just slices it wide. He's not too happy. I think he's got to do better there.
Just the 1 goal so far for Hoffenheim for Stach. In the home loss to Leverkusen in October. He joined the club from Mainz to, he felt, play in the middle more often to enhance his chances of a national team recall. Capped twice under Hansi Flick. Here is Musiala. It's Thomas Müller. Musiala. Just too long for Thomas Müller this time. Half an hour gone. Still, this man's goal, the one which splits the two clubs. Those shirts with the Danke Franz on the front will be auctioned off in aid of the Franz Beckenbauer Foundation in a few days' time. Away here by Ozan Kabak for Anton Stach. Well, the game here last year in April was one where Like this one, Bayern scored just the one goal, couldn't find a second, and in the second half they were made to pay a heavy price when Kramaric bent in a free kick. Thomas Tuchel knows his team are playing catch-up this season. Well, they are in a proper title race with Leverkusen. Here is Grisha Prömmel. Konrad Laimer. Now Harry Kane, space to work in here for Bayern. Kane for Rafael Guerreiro.
He's not having too many touches, Kane. This is why he's always coming deep now, because it's a very packed defence and they just find it hard to find him, the Bayern Munich forwards.
Yeah, 21 league goals so far in 15 matches for Kane before tonight. Here is Guerreiro for Davies. Upamecano. Thomas Müller. Matthijs de Ligt. It's Davies again here for Bayern. In the centre, Kane is waiting. De Ligt. Davies. I'm probing at Hoffenheim here. Every defensive player back in his respective station. Saying to Bayern, you pick a way through us, you find a way through us if you can.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to do. We see a block of 10 blue shirts, but at the same time everybody's taking 2, 3 and 4 touches. You've got to move the ball quicker, because they make it easy. If you take 2 and 3 touches, it's very comfortable for Hoffenheim at the moment. They don't seem to be in too much bother, apart from the goal they conceded after the corner. I think Bayern Munich got to show a bit more urgency. He's got to move the ball quick and maybe play one-touch football rather than take 2 or 3 touches all the time.
It's Kader towards Weghorst. Müller's flick on for Kane. Well, Bayern added to their squad yesterday with the arrival of Eric Dyer from Spurs. Not involved tonight. As I say, they've lost Min Jae Kim to the Asian Cup for a few weeks.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for De Ligt now to make the place his own, even though Kim has done well in the first half of the season. But De Ligt had to watch a lot of games and he wasn't too happy with the situation. Now he's got a chance next 4, 5, 6 games to play. And he's got to make it as hard as possible for the manager to drop him when Kim is back.
De Ligt. Davies for Sané. And across the cover comes Ozan Kabak, the Turkiye international. Davies has Müller as an option here. Here is Thomas Müller. It's won by Kabak and cleared by Kader towards Maximilian Bayer.
If we go shoulder to shoulder with Upamecano, there's only one winner.
A lead, but not a really cohesive performance so far by Bayern in this first half. Next month they will take on Lazio in the Champions League last 16. The German Cup has long gone put out by third-tier Saarbrücken back in the autumn. Here is Davies once more. Kimmich. Matthijs de Ligt. Upamecano. Now inside the last 10 minutes of the first half. The goal for Musiala still the game's only goal, only real strike on goal from Bayern so far in the first period. Here's Davies once more. And it's Bülter here to lead the breakaway. Got away from Musiala. In the centre, Bayer. Arriving too now is Weghorst. And the ball turns over. Now Davies to chase. Looks for Sané. Met by Grilic twice. Oh, and the ball has been seized on here by Musiala. Musiala, Leroy Sané. Sané, Harry Kane. Guerrero, good save, Oliver Baumann to block it away. Ball back alive here with Davies. Harry Kane, deflected shot. And Baumann suddenly is a more busy goalkeeper.
That was careless play by Hoffenheim. Kabak with two great tackles wins the ball back, and then Weghorst gives it back. A very sloppy ball. Not even sure who it was intended for.
Baumann for Weghorst. Here is Maximilian Bayer. It'll squirt back here to Kramaric. And now Marius Bülter can push on for Hoffenheim. Anton Stach. Nzonzi came through the youth academy at Paris Saint-Germain at the same time as Christopher Nkunku, Stanley Nzonzi. Here is Ozan Kabak. Kramaric. Stach. Kadejabek. Now Andrej Kramaric. Stach's big switch of play here towards Marius Bülter's a good one. And here's Kramaric on target. And Neuer hangs on.
It's very good football by Hoffenheim. The first spell really in Bayern Munich's half, where they had some decent possession, passed the ball well, and it gives the defence a welcome breather because they've been under the cosh for the first 38 minutes now.
Davies back to Matthijs de Ligt. Kimmich. It's de Ligt again. They've kept Harry Kane fairly quiet so far. There is Alphonso Davies. Kimmich. And the ball is well won there by the sliding Kabak for Hoffenheim. Here comes Nzonzi. Ball recycled here by Bayern to again unleash Alphonso Davies. What can Sané produce? In the centre, Musiala an option. It's Kadejabek. Now Anton Stach has Weghorst ahead of him, so too Maximilian Bayer. Here is Weghorst. It's Bayer's cross. Where Harry Kane is here to involve himself in the game, right back in his own left-back position momentarily. It's Musiala. Up to Thomas Müller. To half-time, 5 minutes. Musiala faced by Nzonzi. Now Kimmich again. Opens up to Leroy Sané. Bayern's chief creator this season. It's come to Alphonso Davies. Oh, it's been picked up here by Musiala in a tight spot. Back to Davies. And Davies for Kimmich, for Sané. And now Upamecano with a real sledgehammer shot, which isn't too far wide.
What do you call it, a sledgehammer shot? He just scuffed it, he just sliced it wide. He's got enough time. Even though he's a centre-back, I think he's got to at least hit the target. He's only 23, 24 yards out, no pressure.
He scored in the win away to Dortmund back in November in Der Klassiker. Upamecano, there he is again. He'll be picked up by Grisha Prömel. Well, a free kick and maybe a bit more than that. Yellow card.
He's won the ball. It's not even a foul. I think it's harsh, even though he lands on his foot, but he's playing the ball, Prömel. I think it's a perfectly good challenge.
Yeah, 7 cards this season for him.
Top, he's getting booked as well. And you like...
Broke his ankle when he was on the fringe of the World Cup squad in November of 2022. Here's Konrad Laimer for Musiala. The chase on for Alphonso Davies to keep the ball alive here for Bayern. Davies, Kimmich. The option again here is Upamecano. Now Thomas Müller. Müller's cross, looking for the head of Harry Kane. Not cleared too far away here. It's retrieved again by Davies for Bayern. Kimmich gets away from Weghorst. Now the breakaway, it's Ozan Kabak, the centre-back, to push on here for Hoffenheim. Kabak still here, does well. Weghorst. Grisha Prömel. Marius Bulter for Kramaric. I do have their defensive numbers back here now. Zoki, Bulter, Prömel.
It's excellent play by Kabak. Again, he's made a couple of last-ditch clearances at the back. Here he brings the ball out, passes the ball on to Weghorst. I didn't know why Bulter is on the left-hand side. He's got Weghorst, he's got Kabak in the box. Just throw it in the box, throw it in the mix, and let him fight for it. And they end up back in their own half, or their own 18-yard box. Give away a throw-in. But I think you've seen in the last 5-10 minutes that Bayern Munich give you chances. I think, so far, defensively, they've been excellent, Hoffenheim. And if they're a bit more careful in possession going forward, I think they might get their chances in the second half.
There is Musiala. Yeah, the game is like the one in April, and as I said earlier, Bayern were made to pay for not killing the game off in the first half. Here is Davies for Guerrero, being chased by Pavel Kadejabek. Matthijs de Ligt. De Ligt, Müller. Leroy Sané looking for Kane. It comes here for Konrad Laimer. Musiala. And Joshua Kimmich shot straight at Baumann.
Again, a great defensive header by Nzoki. Him and Kabak been colossal in the first half.
We'll move into the one additional first half minute. Nzoki playing like he's a player with a point to prove. As I say, it's his first league start this season in that defensive three for Hoffenheim. And Prömel here is well advanced. Can they find a goal here before the break to level? It's Pavel Kadejabek, Wout Weghorst, Grisha Prömel. Kadejabek's cross beyond Bayer, away by De Ligt. This may well be the last first half chance to level the game for Hoffenheim. It's towards Wout Weghorst. There's Grisha Prömel just beyond Maximilian Bayer. We are now beyond the shown 1 minute as Kane will chase down here, but the ball with Baumann, and that is half-time at the Allianz Arena. That goal by Musiala, the only goal so far in the first half where Bayern have not really found their A-game. Thus far, a good defensive display from Hoffenheim, and Bayern with a single goal lead. Will that be enough? Half-time score here. It is Bayern Bayern 1, Hoffenheim 0. Not Bayern's most fluent or fluid first half.
दूर कितना भी जाओ, इस जुबान से दूर ना जा पाओगे। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
उन 5 में से जिसमें ये सारी क्वालिटीज होंगी उसे ही सिलेक्ट करना है।
इसमें सबके सब मुझे बहुत ही जुनून लग रहे हैं, लेकिन इन सभी में कोई ना कोई बुराई तो होगी।
हम कुछ तो कर ही लेंगे।
2003 कुछ ऐसा हुआ कि उंगलियों पर गिनने वाला देश कैलकुलेटर पे भी न गिन सका।
टोटल किया
30,000 करोड़, क्योंकि तेलगी के स्कैम को गिना नहीं, सिर्फ तौला जा सकता था।
LIC presents Jeevan Utsav. Get life insurance with 10% sum assured for a lifetime. Visit licindia.in today. Terms and conditions apply.
हीरो सीएम, जीरो गवर्नेंस है।
बहुत हो गया राजनीति, चुपचाप इस्तीफा दीजिए और नई सरकार बनने में सहयोग कीजिए।
कहीं रानी आपका ही टिकट काट दी तो?
साहिब बन गई आप। साहिब को हराना है तो साहिब बनना ही पड़ेगा।
अरेस्ट अब्दुल करीम तेलगी नाउ।
ये तेलगी कोई छोटी मछली नहीं है।
ये पहला चोर है सर जिसने सभी क्लास 1 ऑफिसर्स के हाथ में हथकड़ी पहना रखी, वो भी सोने की।
आज सब लोग मेरे से डरे हुए हैं, मालूम है? क्योंकि इंडिया के बच्चे बच्चे की जबान पे बस मेरा नाम है, और मेरी जबान से कौन कौन से नाम निकलेंगे ये सोच के ही सबकी फटी पड़ी।
All episodes streaming on
The walk, yeah. I talk the talk. I play the part, right? I do it all. Set it. You know the name. I've got the game. Ruling this world is my legacy. Bling bling, my chain. I reign with my energy. Get at your game.
206 days. Memories and the wound still fresh. May the 27th when Mainz last came to Dortmund. There was supposed to be easy meat, a footnote in the margins as Dortmund secured the title. In reality, a 2-2 draw and the most public and painful what might have been in recent Bundesliga history. It's Mainz's second worst Bundesliga start. A single win so far at home to Leipzig. Dortmund start against their great nemesis from the last day of the last season. Mainz came here and denied them the title with a 2-2 draw only, 206 days ago. And here another, given their league position, Lutz Pfannenstiel, is a must-win game again for Dortmund here tonight. It's Bino Gittens off the bar! How close, how unlucky! There for Dortmund, Jamie Bino Gittens.
A very nice vertical play here. Sabitzer started that move.
Bino Gittens! Another fierce hit, and he, in this first 17 minutes, has been almost unplayable. And caught by Kraus. Free kick in a good position here for Die Schwarzgelben. Julian Brandt. Wonderful. Glorious. Sumptuous. And the pressure tells. Brandt scores and Dortmund lead. A first half hour of near total dominance. And now at last the scoreboard reflects it.
Yeah, we saw a great distance here, and then he goes over the wall. And we know that Brandt has so much feeling in his foot. Just really gets it over the wall. It dips just behind the wall, and it's very difficult for Bots to get across his line. He still gets a hand on it, but not a hand which was strong enough. Really good free kick.
Sabitzer hits the bar. And for the second time in the first half, the horizontal has been bashed here by a rampant Borussia Dortmund. Marco Richter. Close. And they have a corner here.
Yeah, I think Kobel actually got a touch on that one.
On the corner here, Marco Richter. And as I said, play on Isivo, got beneath it really. Kept alive here by Mvena, the Austrian. Mvena back in, it's a real crowd scene in the penalty area, and Mainz wants something here. What's he given? Well, the goal stands. Vandenberg, the ball crosses the line, and Mainz from nowhere before half-time are back on level terms.
Yeah, literally out of nowhere. And that's again the two faces we know of Borussia Dortmund. 42 minutes, you dominate, you play well, you completely control the shop. And then you're giving it away with one or two sloppy minutes. An outswinger here, then it's too easy, they don't move out. It's too slow the way they move out from the box. Another in-swinger. And yeah, you see, it's a world-class save, but it was.
Sabitzer's shot! And Daniel Bartz makes the save.
Yes, Sabitzer with a lot of power here, very determined. He goes through, wants to have that finish, and he strikes it very well with his left. Again, too central to make it really that dangerous, and Bartz makes the most out of it with a standard save.
Dominic Kor, and now the chase is on for Philipp Mvena. Across comes Zula, didn't get there, Mvena did. It's Mvena still here. And a shot to sting the hands of Gregor Kobel. Again, the ball turns over here. It's come to Marco Richter. Richter's shot. And Dortmund here need a wake-up call quickly.
Yeah, struggling, you know. Also, they were so confident on the ball in the first half, playing out very easy, very determined and clear with a plan from the back.
Dominic Kor here for Karim Onisivo. Onisivo's drive. And since half-time, it really is for Mainz, shot after shot in the second half. Meunier, Bino Gittens, Füllkrug, Bino Gittens, wide here to Brandt, and the ball too high. In the centre, Füllkrug was waiting, could not grow the extra centimetres to meet that.
Very nicely played. Actually played the free space here for Brandt. But then the cross is just a bit overhit here.
And now to Gruder. Oh, Gruder blocked and fouled by Niklas Zula. Mainz free kick in what is a very, very good position. Marco Richter. Away by Kobel. And further clear by Daniel Mahlen.
Yeah, Richter decided to go for the goalkeeper's corner. Hoped that Kobel might speculate to go over the wall.
Jonathan Burkhardt! Well, there was a flag anyway here, wouldn't have counted, but for a moment there again, the home fans had hearts in mouths. Here's Jae-Sung Lee with a chance. Well, Mainz can win this if they want to.
It was this one moment just before halftime when you concede a soft goal like that out of a set piece badly defended.
And here the game's last minute. Mahlen now with space to go into, to attack, to drive on, to make things happen for Dortmund. He's got a free kick. Tom Kraus with a challenge. And Dominic Kor again is not one to back down from a confrontation. Well, a card as well there dropped by the referee. It will be shown to Tom Kraus here. Eventually. There you go. In here by Brandt. Great delivery! And they do have a goal. And as in Mainz back in January, Gio Reyna with the touch, but will this count? The on-field call, offside, no goal. And the rain, I think, will be called back here. As I say, at this point in the game in Mainz, in the new year, got the winner at the Mayvar Arena. This one, I think, will be chalked off.
Yeah, Mainz was holding the line very smartly.
Dortmund again, a case of more questions and answers, whistles and jeers to end the year at Signal Iduna Park. Julian Brandt's free kick in the first half after a super first half an hour, but again they fell short. Sepp Vandenberg's goal to earn Mainz, second bottom of kickoff Mainz, a share of the points. Second half Mainz were the better team for long spells. Dortmund again, I'm afraid, have fallen way short of where they really ought to be. Full-time score here, it ends Dortmund 1, Mainz 1.
LIC presents Jeevan Utsav. Get life insurance with 10% sum assured for a lifetime. Visit licindia.in today. Terms and conditions apply.
अगर आपके चेहरे पर कोई दाग धब्बे ना हो तो आपको महसूस होता है फर्क आत्मविश्वास का, आपकी जीत और ग्लोरी का। ग्लो से ग्लोरी तक की इस यात्रा के लिए पतंजलि लाया है फेस वॉश की रेंज, जिसमें है हनी, नीम, आमंड, केसर, तुलसी, चंदन, एलोवेरा आदि के गुण। पतंजलि फेस वॉश बढ़ाए आपका आत्मविश्वास।
स्पीड, स्टेमिना और स्किल्स का अल्टीमेट फ्यूजन। देखिए अल्टीमेट खो-खो 24 दिसंबर से 13 जनवरी तक लाइव सोनी लिव पर।
ये दिल है कि चख रहा है उन्हीं अल्फाज़ों का
दूर कितना भी जाओ, इस जुबान से दूर ना जा पाओगे। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
New thoughts and vision for the future. 126 அப்ளிகேஷன்ல இருந்து 5 பேரை ஷார்ட் லிஸ்ட் பண்ணிருக்கோம்.
நம்மள யாராவது ஒருத்தர் ஒரு வேலைக்கு போலாம்.
நல்ல வேலைமா, மாசம் 4 லட்சம் ரூபாய் வரைக்கும் சம்பளம் கிடைக்கும்.
வயசு போயிடுச்சுன்னா படிக்க முடியாது.
And I need to join in right now.
இந்த வேலை எனக்கு தான் கிடைக்கும்.
But we need only one. அந்த ஒருத்தர் யாருன்னா yet to decide.
उन 5 में से जिसमें ये सारी क्वालिटीज होंगी उसे ही सिलेक्ट करना है।
जिसमें सबके सब मुझे बहुत ही जुनून लग रहे हैं, लेकिन इन सभी में कोई ना कोई बुराई तो होगी।
हम कुछ तो कर ही लेंगे।
The part, right? I do it all. Set it. You know the name. I got the game. Ruling this world is my legacy. Bling bling, my chain. I reign with my energy. Get out your game.
Away from them, Hoffenheim do play well. They've got a good record this season, and players like Kramaric and Weghorst and Bayer can punish any team.
They can. They didn't really show it in the first half, but they can. I think they won the first 5 or 6 games away from home. Their form dropped a little bit off towards the end of the first half of the season away from home, but they're a very capable side, and I've got to say in the first half, defensively they've been exceptional. Zocchi, Grilic did ever so well, and also Kabak had a couple of very good clearances, and if they use the ball a little bit better, I think they fancy their chances, and I think that's what Matarazzo will have told him, because from open play at the back they look pretty comfortable in the first half.
Yeah, they have scored, Hoffenheim, in all 8 of their away league matches played so far in the Bundesliga, yet to land a glove on Bayern so far tonight, but the night is young, still a whole half to go. As I say, they had that 1-1 draw here in April when, in a very similar game, Bayern didn't kill the match off and were, in the end, made to pay a heavy price with a spectacular Andrej Kramaric free kick in the last 20 minutes. Can they do similar here tonight? Oliver Baumann could have done better.
Yeah, I think he should have done better. I think he pointed towards the bench afterwards where the ball was moving a little bit. Maybe he was aware that there's one or two defenders, if he gets a touch to it, that he puts it into a forward, so into Kane's path. But he's got to make the save first, and I think he'd be disappointed with a goal from that angle. He shouldn't be beaten. But he's played a very good first half of the season, so he's allowed a mistake every now and then.
In league football across the big 5 European leagues, Bayern do have the best attack. They've moved on to 50 league goals with Musiala's strike tonight so far. In all competitions, that their 67th goal in 24.5 matches. As I say, they've scored now in 72 successive home league games here. Which goes back almost 4 years when Leipzig kept a clean sheet in a goalless draw here, February the 9th, 2020.
No changes on both sides.
Well, the two teams from the first half in terms of the personnel are unchanged, and we are set and ready for the second half of the Allianz Arena.
Good trivia question. Is that the longest streak, 72 games in European football?
I think it well could be. It could well be. That run maintained by Musiala tonight. So Hoffenheim start the second half as they chase the game, but as I say, away from home they do travel well. 5 wins in their 8 away league matches in the current season. But Bayern in that first half didn't ever really show what they're really capable of, but they do have a lead anyway. Can they maybe find their A game in the second half?
Yeah, they certainly got to do better in the second half, but they've been, for most parts of the first half of the season, they've been a functional team rather than an exciting team. They a lot of the games they didn't play too well, but Sané or Kane, they popped up with a bit of magic and they scored them goals, so they are very functional. But at the same time, I do expect a little bit more.
Here is Thomas Müller. Müller for Rafael Guerreiro for Bayern. The ball blocked away. Now it's up to Maximilian Bayer here, who's got the legs on Upamecano momentarily.
It's fortunate again, Upamecano here. Bayer is just half a yard short. If he gets it, the force of his body across, he's got to bring him down. He's playing with fire there, Upamecano. And Bayer again, the body strength against Upamecano for a young lad, absolutely brilliant.
It's Konrad Laimer now for Thomas Müller. Now goes back to Joshua Kimmich for Matthijs de Ligt. What can Davies produce? Davies, Thomas Müller, Alphonso Davies for Harry Kane. Well, Didi mentioned Kane and Sané, their wonderful record this season. Kane before tonight, a hand in, an astonishing 26 of Bayern's league goals. Sané now with a hand in 17 league goals as well, and those two really have been the ones who've really clicked and carried the fight and fire for FC Bayern so far in the current season.
You saw Kane's reaction there when Davies played the ball. He was licking his lips because he's only 8 yards out. If he had got the ball across, I think it would have been 2-0 here.
There is Nzonzi for Marius Bülter. Stanley Nzonzi. Maximilian Bayer. Bülter in for Wout Weghorst. Stark. It's Andrej Kramaric on for Pavel Kaderabek. That was a key block from Davies. Now Stark again. Oh, Stark into traffic. It's been nicked away by Musiala here.
It's been booked. He's got to be careful there. Well, it was brilliant football by Hoffenheim. Just the end product missing.
Harry Kane. Musiala for Thomas Müller. It's a deflected cross. in the end there by Ozan Kabak. Grilic towards the lively Bayer once more. It's Maximilian Bayer. Has options as well here in the shape of Kramaric. They had Weghorst as well. Kramaric for Marius Bülter. And Bülter's cross, and Neuer had to watch it all the way into his gloves. Neuer's quick release has got Zane on the ball now for Kane. Harry Kane, oh, Musiala got the break. Has he got the finish? It's Musiala still, and Zoki's challenge. On-field call, ball taken, not the man, no penalty.
And Zoki with another great challenge here. They don't want to play an open game too early, Hoffenheim, because they had only about 4 men back against 3 or 4 Bayern Munich attackers. If you play end-to-end football against Bayern Munich, you come out second best. They've got to be a bit careful there. Well, we've seen with the pace of Bayer that they can cause them problems. So they've got Bibu on the bench, who's played a really good first half of the season. I think it would have been a tough call to leave him out today. So don't be surprised if you, rather sooner than later, we see Babu in the coming on.
Here is Kramaric. Babu scored twice in their last game, the draw with Darmstadt. Here is Pavel Kadejabek. Maximilian Bayer's header. And the ball squirts away and wide from Bayer.
And not enough pace on the cross to brilliant challenge from Zoki again. Outstanding. Grilic did well as well.
Yes, and Zoki clearly a point to prove, given he's only playing his first start today of the league season. He could be a big beneficiary from the departure of Kevin Vogt. Away here by Neuer. Thomas Müller.
And Matarazzo left Akpoguma and Brooks out, two very capable and experienced players. But Zoki, yeah, so far he's, I think he's put his case forward to start again next week.
Yeah, their next game for Hoffenheim next weekend sees them away to Freiburg a week tomorrow, and a home game with a surprise package Heidenheim before a trip to Wolfsburg. Here's Davies. Oh, the ball from De Ligt was really loose. It's come straight to Grisha Prömel. Anton Stach for Marius Bülter. Options here. Marius Bülter thinks about it. On to Kramaric. It's Kramaric who got the shot away over the top.
It's half-hearted. He's got to do better. He's in a good position there. He's had a chance to cross. He's got 2 or 3 blue shirts in the box. I think he's got to cross it ball first time, because Kadejabek goes on the overlap, which gives him half a yard of space. Just put the ball in the box. Weghorst is a good head of the ball. So is Bayer. And then on this week, I thought a very tame finish.
It's a man with 106 goals for the club in the Bundesliga. Kramaric, their record scorer in all competitions as well. Here is Guerrero boxed in. Neuer away for Davies. Where Harry Kane is again to win the ball. Davies. Alphonso Davies, turbocharged. And still, in the end, just one off him by Anton Stach. It's gone Bayern's way.
Yeah, it's good play by De Ligt. Anticipates that layoff from Kramaric. Wins the ball because it could have been trouble.
Here is Kimmich now for Konrad Laimer for Bayern. Ahead Musiala. Wide is Thomas Müller. Müller to feed Musiala. Kimmich. Musiala cleverly done here for Thomas Müller. Away by Barman's fists. Leroy Sané back in. And hammered away by Marius Bülter. Bayern being a nuisance here to Upamecano. Bayern hit reset and go again here with De Ligt. Back to Davies. Guerrero's pass, what a pass. Oh, just too long for Sané. Well, danke Franz. Thank you, Franz. The iconic number 5 all around the Allianz Arena tonight. Beckenbauer, the man who really, I feel, really bridged the gap between the black and white age and glorious Technicolor in football. Here again, that Baumann punch away from danger. Zocchi. Grisha Prömel. Back in at Unzocchi for Hoffenheim. Just being penned in their own half for a moment here, Hoffenheim. That can be ominous. That is Bolter on the throw-in. 11 goals in Schalke's relegation last season, Bolter. Thomas Müller here for Leroy Sané. Sané shot. Not a real test of Oliver Baumann. Ozan Kabak. Zocchi for Florian Grilic. Pressured and won here. Müller for Harry Kane. Harry Kane, Sané! Well, the flag is up here for offside. There will be a check, of course, on this. As Bayern's lethal combination here, Kane and Sané are in action once more. The on-field call here, offside.
Yeah, it's the right call. Grilic got to be a lot more careful there. He's just wastes possession as the last man. They're very fortunate because for a moment I thought Kabak might have played Kane on, but he's a yard offside. They got away with this one.
Yeah, stays 1-0. Baumann towards Bolter, but won here by Lima. Big collision. So Neuer becoming tonight the 11th man to 500 games for Bayern across all competitions. Musiala took it wonderfully. Musiala on here to Harry Kane. He's won a corner. That was really Kane's first real chance of the night.
Yeah, and another great block by Kabak. Brilliant play from Musiala, the way he drops his shoulder, goes past the defender. What a touch by Kabak again.
Ozan Kabak, who had such potential in his days with Stuttgart. On his CV, though, now 3 relegations: Stuttgart, Schalke and Norwich in the Premier League on loan. Has appeared to find a home in Hoffenheim. On the corner here, it's Lima for Guerrero for Sané. Jamal Musiala in the mood tonight. It's Musiala still. Alphonso Davies. Joshua Kimmich. Again, Bayern probe. It's Thomas Müller. Müller's cross. Away by Kader. Look where Neuer's come to. Davies. Set on his way by Manuel Neuer. And the cross from Kane in towards Thomas Müller. Harry Kane is inside Robert Lewandowski's 41-goal record pace. 21 in 15 games. He needs 2 tonight to set a new record for most goals in the Hinrunde of the season's first half in Germany. Here is Jamal Musiala. Musiala's hit the post! Thomas Müller couldn't finish. 2 good chances come and go.
Yeah, excellent by Musiala. think Baumann is a bit onside. He's got a defender in front of him. Just a unfortunate couple of inches further to the left, ball would have been in. But they must not lose them balls there, Hoffenheim. It's poor play by Prömel. It's a good ball from Kaderabek. He's got to get hold of the ball.
Ankles flick on here for Anton Stark. Stark for Maximilian Bayer. Well, possibilities there on the counter. Again, Bayern pushing here, probing. It's Sané. Kimmich. Upamecano. It's Konrad Laimer. Can Bayern find a way through here? It's Thomas Müller. Müller, lovely ball. Konrad Laimer! And Baumann says no with a big, emphatic save in the Hoffenheim goal.
It's excellent play here by Müller. Brilliant ball. But very good. The way he comes out, Baumann narrows the angle, and there's not really anywhere to go for Laimer.
We're near the game's 1 hour mark in Munich. Corner for Bayern. Short to Rafael Guerreiro. A bit of space to work in for Kimmich. For Alphonso Davies. Davies! Baumann's parry. Back in by Konrad Laimer. Now Bayern's pressure really beginning to build as they look for a second goal. Kimmich. And the header on from Müller straight at Baumann this time.
It's a very good strike by Davies, good save by Baumann. When you play against a pack defence, I think sometimes it's a weapon to have a shot from 20-25 yards. They probably didn't do that enough in the first half.
Marius Bülter for Hoffenheim. And fouled by Thomas Müller. Zoki for Andrej Kramaric. Grisha Prömel, Marius Bülter. It's a promising cross. Here's Kaderabek, Weghorst, and Kramaric with a delicious turn. And a big win of the ball there from Laimer, but here they come again with Marius Bülter now for Hoffenheim. And they've won a corner. His goal earned a point here back in April. He'll take the corner here, Kramaric. Here's Mr. All Action for Hoffenheim. Here's their regular penalty taker as well. Or can they make a set-piece count here, Hoffenheim? Bayern have not taken their second-half chances. Will they pay the price for that? In by Kramaric. Towards Zoki. Bülter, Kramaric, he dug the cross out here, and the header towards Maximilian Bayer.
What a save.
Manuel Neuer doing Manuel Neuer things on his 500th Bayern appearance. What a save this is.
It's a great ball across from Kabak because he knows he can't score from there. And he kind of guesses he's already standing in the corner because he probably knows he can only flick it on by it's a bit too high for him. Brilliant save.
He turns 38 in March, Manuel Neuer. And here in the box there is a Bayern player down. I think it's Kimmich. Helped up by Zoki.
Here they've got 4-5 headers of the ball in 3 blockers. Müller, Kimmich is one, and Kimmich is trying to block Soki.
Hoffenheim corner. Ball sent in here by Kramaric. Bayern should clear their lines here. It's Davies. Up to Leroy Sané here. The counter builds here for Bayern. Thomas Müller. What a good pass, covered by Anton Stach. Baumann for Bayer. Oh, look at this. It's Kramaric in behind. Oh, Neuer got something on it. Enough on it. It stays 1-0. Another big chance for Hoffenheim.
What a chance. You could see it coming. Upamecano flicks the ball on for Kramaric. I think Lima might have just done enough to pull him off enough. But you expect him to score from there.
Well, the game in the balance. Here's Sané for Bayern. Kimmich. They've had to ride their luck in the last few minutes. With this ball in too near to Oliver Baumann. Only a one-goal game. We know Hoffenheim have scored in every single away league match so far until tonight. Bayern chasing here with De Ligt. Given Leverkusen's form this season for Bayern, every drop point is expensive. Here they lead, but only just. Grilic. Kramaric helped on here. Maximilian Bayer's at the bar. They're getting closer and closer. Another big opportunity.
Yeah, it's brilliant by Kramaric. He sees that Upamecano is coming in. Bayer's on his own, just flicks it on. Brilliant. Bayer probably had more time than he thought. Maybe he thought the keeper is coming here, but he doesn't make good contact. Just goes underneath the ball, kisses across, but what a chance.
Yeah, the alarm bells for Bayern are ringing loudly. Two big Neuer saves. Bayer against the crossbar. Hoffenheim are chasing Bayern down. There is Florian Grilic. Ozan Kabak. Stanley Unzoki. Now Stach back to Baumann. Grilic back for a second spell. He had a very unhappy year with Ajax in the Netherlands last season, and he made 4 Eredivisie starts in Amsterdam. Müller for Konrad Laimer. As I say, hark back to April when Hoffenheim earned a 1-1 draw in a game not dissimilar to this one. Baumann with Kane closing down. Here is Andrej Kramaric towards Pavel Kadejabek.
If you look at the chance, you're probably going to say they're the better chance in Bayern Munich. So on the balance of play, I think they probably deserve to be on level terms by now.
Still Musiala's first half goal. Yeah, the XG underlines Didi's points. Hoffenheim 1.42 to Bayern's 1.05. The away team have had the better chances in the game up to now. De Ligt.
I think the challenge for Hoffenheim is now, obviously heads might go down a little bit because you think, oh, we should be on level terms now. I think the question will be, can they keep the concentration at the back, because the defending has been outstanding so far. If they do keep the same concentration at the back, don't make any mistakes, don't give them easy chances, I'm pretty sure they get another 1 or 2 chances to equalise.
We are now into the game's final quarter. This is Konrad Laimer. Musiala. Musiala glides away from Grisha Prömel. Wonder if he escapes the pressure so well. It's Alphonso Davies. Davies, Musiala. He does look in the mood tonight for more goals, the way he's playing. Here again, that Davies shot early, which forced another save from Oliver Baumann. But this from Neuer, the save of the night so far, no question. That's a close second, maybe. It's Konrad Laimer for Thomas Müller. Kimmich. Moved on now to De Ligt for Davies. Sané lost out to the impressive Ozan Kabak. Kimmich. Near the game's last 20 minutes. Upamecano. Musiala, neatly done. It's Musiala, helped on for Sané. Musiala at the double for Bayern. Well, he's been there. Best attacker tonight, no question, as he scores twice to give Bayern a 2-goal cushion in a game where they've been nowhere near their best, but nonetheless, they now have daylight.
It's just exceptional play by Musiala here. His awareness, takes the ball away, goes past Grilic, and then Sané got the vision. He's just passed it into an empty net. Brilliant goal. But again, it's a piece of magic by Musiala. Kaderabek slips here as well, so he can't get a tackle in. Brilliant goal.
And still only 20 years of age, don't forget, Jamal Musiala. Scored in his 100th league match against Wolfsburg in the last game. We're going to see Mathis Tel very shortly coming on to add to Bayern's attacking options. So Musiala now on to 5 league goals. Got 12, his best ever season last season in the Bundesliga. Oh, the giveaway here by Ozan Kabak. It's Guerrero looking for Harry Kane.
And he scored a very important in the last day of the season, halfway to Cologne.
He certainly did. The goal, which won the title. Upamecano. Sané. Away will come Marius Bülter here for Kramaric. It's Maximilian Bayer for Bayern. For Hoffenheim, it's on here to Wout Weghorst. Bülter with the control, but the ball has been stolen by Laimer here. And now Thomas Müller away from Stach. It's Thomas Müller looking for and locating Harry Kane. It's Harry Kane for Bayern. And this one is blazed over. Bayern changes. Kingsley Coman and Mathis Tel, other players coming on. Thomas Müller and Leroy Sané, the players who will depart here for Thomas Tuchel. They will feel the game should be won now with a 2-goal cushion. And again, Sané has been at his creative best in the final third. So Coman on, so to Mathis Tel. Tel from the bench packs a mighty punch, the young French striker. A goal or an assist in all competitions every 62 minutes for Tel this season. When he comes on, he tends to make an impact. Kaderabek. That's Stach now for Stanley Unzoki. Kramaric for Bülter, the ball just behind Bülter. Well, has that second goal just killed off Hoffenheim? Has it just drawn the sting of Bayern? For the second goal, to give themselves breathing space. coming here against Bayern, you have to take your chances. As they say, when you swing for the king, you dare not miss. Just now. Yellow card going to go red one here. Two yellows, and he has been sent off for Hoffenheim. In the first half, got a yellow card. The second half, he got a matching pair.
I think it might be a straight red. I think he's got to change it into a straight red card. He's going over the top of the ball here. Misses him well. I think he's fortunate if he stays on the second yellow. He's off anyway. It's a poor challenge. They were just about to make 3 substitutions, Hoffenheim. I think the lad's going to sit back now. Sit back down and see what they're going to do.
Yeah, maybe a rethink and reassessment of those changes. Nzocki back here with Baumann. They're going to bring on Ilias Lebu, Robert Skol and Umut Tahunju. See what changes they will make now with that red card for Grisha Premel to add to their problems. Maybe he's back to Upamecano. Well, Musiala's been magical so far tonight. 2 goals. And his facts and figures, his escape rate stats, how he handles pressure. You can see he's had a wonderful night so far. He's performed 1.26 goals above his XG, which shows in front of goal he has been ruthless for Bayern tonight. Jamal Musiala, a young man who is growing and growing season upon season. He's here again, Musiala for Coman, and covered well there by Nzocki for Hoffenheim. And behind the goal, the Bayern fans have their scarves held high. A win here would certainly put the pressure on Leverkusen tomorrow on match day 17. As I say, don't forget this, the first of successive home games for Bayern. Werder and Union Berlin to come here. Coman. Musiala stays in play here. In those tight areas, his close control is exceptional. Kramaric loose, given away here. It's Upamecano looking for Kane. Davies sets off with a surge, but the ball has been won here by Weghorst for Maximilian Bayer here. He will take on Kimmich. Maximilian Bayer's shot straight at Manuel Neuer. Now Harry Kane as the game stretches. Harry Kane looking here for the superb Musiala, taken on again by Harry Kane from the angle, but can't finish. He has won a corner. Now in the game's last 14 minutes. There'll be a double Bayern change very shortly. Coming on here, 2 fresh midfield sets of legs. Leon Goretzka and the Munich-born youngster Alexander Pavlovic, who's caught the eye in recent matches. This is breakout season in Bayern's first-team squad. Guerrero and Lima, the players who will leave us. There will be that triple change, which is the same triple change for Hoffenheim. Debu, Skol and Tahunju, the players will come on for them. I think after this corner is taken. It's Kimmich on the corner for Bayern. De Ligt's header, and beneath the bar, Baumann clings onto it. Nzocki looking for Kramaric. Well, here comes that triple change very soon for Hoffenheim. Waiting in the wings, those 3 to come on for them.
I think he wanted to change now. They better not score here, otherwise the manager won't be too happy. Another try. Now they got it.
Oh, here we go with those three reinforcements. They will take off Wout Weghorst for Ilas Bebu. Andre Kramaric departs for Umut Tuhumju. And Robert Skor has come on replacing Marius Bülter. So three players on here as they chase the game in bitterly cold Munich.
Yeah, it's not the most thankful task. 10 minutes to go away to Bayern Munich, 2-0 down, man down. But at the same time, he's got nothing to lose. Try to nick a goal in the next 5 or 6 minutes, and who knows what can happen. Won't be easy, though.
Baumann for Stark. Now Florian Grillitsch. Baumann towards Bayer. Running on beyond is the Dane Robert Skor. Still be just a case of 2 dropped home points this season for Bayern with a win here tonight. Here is Mathys Tel. Tel crossing. And Grillitsch there. Didn't hear the shout from Baumann. Behind for a corner.
I think he did the right thing. If you can't hear him or see him, he's got to go safe, even though we gave away a corner.
Pavlovic. In by Tel, Delict for Goretzka. Now Bayer chasing here with Alphonso Davies. Davies very cleverly done. Goretzka for Pavlovic. Kimmich. What can Coman do here? Away from Skor. Alexander Pavlovic. Alphonso Davies. Into the last 10 minutes we go here with Musiala again leading Hoffenheim in every sense a merry dance. Pavlovic. Musiala. Pavlovic for Kimmich. I'm pulling the 10 men way this way and that. It's Kingsley Coman. On to Davies. Now Mathys Tel. Mathys Tel, big deflection. Didn't quite break there for Musiala. They do have a corner. Seven corners to 2 in Bayern's favour with this one. This one will be the job of Kimmich to take as Bayern look for a 3rd goal in these last 10 minutes. Corner taken by Kimmich, too high for Kane. It's Pavlovic! Looking for his first ever goal for his hometown team.
Yeah, he's been excellent. Played a game away to Dortmund and Wolfsburg. Kimmich was suspended. He was absolutely exceptional, and for such a young player to come in and he plays like he's been around for 10 years.
In by Tel. Here's Delict. Musiala's shot. It breaks Harry Kane's way here. And a little tug back by Alexander Pavlovic. The yellow card has been shown as well. His 2nd yellow card in his breakout season. Alexander Pavlovic joined the club at the age of 6, 13 years ago. He is very much a son of Munich. Anzocchi, Robert Skor, Anton Stack rather careless. Coman now to feed Goretzka. Musiala. That trademark turn, the ball just sticks to him in those situations. Tuhumju. Kader Jabek towards Bebu. We're going to see Finn Ule Becker coming on next for Hoffenheim, midfield player. is Pavlovic. Kimmich. It's Kingsley Coman for Bayern. Takes on Iles Bebu. It's Alexander Pavlovic. Involving Davies. What can Tell do here to open up the 10 men? Into Kane. Well, Bayern will come off, replaced by Finn Ulebecker. Becker, a more defensive player. Midfielder who is in his second season from St. Pauli. He's found starts hard to come by the top level in his year and a half with Hoffenheim so far. So Bayern departs, having had a bright first half especially. Second half had that header which Neuer saved superbly. Maximilian Bayer's reputation continues to grow.
Yeah, he's a brilliant player. Love watching him. It wasn't easy today because he had to work with a lot of long punts from either Baumann or one of the defenders to wrestle with Upamecano for 84 minutes. It's not the easiest task, but he's a handful. He gave him a hard time.
Away here by Grilic.
I think we've seen him in the national team before too long that Maximilian Bayer really think he's one of our brightest talents.
Harry Kane's header. Well, that cross, meat and drink to Harry Kane. Lovely service, and the header wasn't too far wide, I don't think, here from Kane.
I think Kabak gave him a little push, but that's how high he set the bar, because we don't expect him, or we don't see him missing chances. But this is one I think he looked back after the game where he might think he should have done better.
Oh, Matisse Tell held off well by Ozan Kabak. Now into the game's final 5 minutes. Looks set to be a winning start to the new year for FC Bayern, maintaining their superb home record this season. Did lose here in the Super Cup to Leipzig and were held to a goalless draw by Copenhagen in the Champions League as well, but as we say in the Bundesliga, just 2 drop points on home turf this season. This is Upamecano. Goretzka back to Matthijs de Ligt. Now Alphonso Davies. Kimmich. And down below, Eric-Maxim Choupo-Moting is going to come on imminently. And Coman there, that cross way overhit, being chased by the determined and kept almost in play there by the determined Matisse Tell. So Musiala will not get his first ever senior hat-trick. He will be withdrawn for the game's last 4 minutes. But he scored twice and has been really in the game. Maybe Bayern's most impressive attacking player tonight.
Yeah, I think in the first half of the season, or before the winter break, most of the time it was Kane and Sané. But he made a difference today. Scored out of nothing the first goal. And the second, he set it up himself. Little 1-2 with Sané, puts the ball into an empty net, and that's what he's capable of. And as I mentioned before, the tighter the spaces, the tighter the area, the better he seems to be. And the way he got the escape rate, I like that, because he probably escapes more than anybody out of these tight situations. That's his game, and that's what he did for the second goal, to really put the game to bed.
Yes, Musiala among the league's best escapologists. And here with 2 goals tonight, which may well be the goals which decide this match. Here is Pavlovic for Upamecano for Bayern. It's Kimmich. Kimmich. Coman. And Kimmich in here for Choupo-Moting. Oh, rather congested here, but he rides the tackles well. Back now to Kimmich. Looking for Kane, but too near to Oliver Baumann. the season's halfway mark, and it does appear we do have a real title race on our hands again this season. Of course, Dortmund ran Bayern close last season. Goal difference on the last match day, which settled the title. Leverkusen very much the team who hold the cards at the moment. But Bayern making a winning start, it appears, to 2024. That's to Humju for Nzoki. Ozan Kabak.
I think it's probably the find of the game for Hoffenheim. Soki's been absolutely brilliant. You said his first start, you wonder why he hasn't played before. Because of the way he's played tonight, he can't play much better.
Yeah, came in as a sub twice in the season's first portion. Look at Davies on the surge here. Alphonso Davies. Well, he's gone down and stayed down. But away comes Grilic here for Hoffenheim in the game's 90th minute. Stach. Kadejabek.
Yeah, the second goal took the sting out of him, and then the sending off, which obviously made it harder. But I feel, or I think, they'll be going home tonight. They'll be thinking, did we need to lose that game? I don't think they needed to.
Goretzka finds Harry Kane! Well, no Bayern win complete without one of those. A goal, inevitably, from Harry Kane. It brings up for England's captain 22 goals in the Bundesliga to level the record with Robert Lewandowski for most goals in the first half of a season. And by now with a 3-goal cushion tonight.
It's a very good ball by Goretzka. Clearly the strike on his weaker foot, good pace on it. Barman gets a hand to it, can't keep it out. Harry will go home a happy man tonight.
Here is Iles Bebu. Bebu onto Robert Skol, and the Dane does well here. He's gone down as well, but never a case for a penalty. Well, Harry Kane remains on course to break Lewandowski's seasonal scoring record. Here Goretzka, the goal maker, and Kane in trademark fashion in those positions. You just know what the outcome's going to be every single time.
It's just his control. He controls it, and he can, with his next step, he can get his shot off. And this is for the younger viewers. Because if the touch is different, if the touch is not good, he won't get his shot off. It's just exceptional, and the closer he gets to goal, I think the better his touch is. What a wonderful finish he is, because he's hardly missed chances in the first half of the season. Today, one header, but he made up for it with the next chance.
Yes, chasing records, and of course chasing the Torjäger Kanone as the Bundesliga's top goal scorer. 22 for the season and counting. In by Kimmich towards De Ligt. Choupo-Moting to Humju. It's been won back here for Choupo-Moting for Bayern. It breaks for Mathys Tel. Mathys Tel here, wonderful run! And behind for the corner. I think off the post maybe as well there for Mathys Tel. There's Bayern looking for a 4th goal.
Yeah, and Soki got a touch to it. Again, knocks it onto his own post. I don't know how many clearances he's made tonight.
It's Davies, Kimmich from long distance over the bar. That may well be the game's last chance. Well, a win on the night they remember Der Kaiser, Franz Beckenbauer. Not Bayern's most emphatic performance by a long way tonight, but enough in the end to win the game, which is exactly what they've done. Musiala, the star, turned with a couple of goals. And Harry Harry Kane with the inevitable third to, on a night of high emotion in Munich, seal the win for the Rekordmeister as Bayern bid Franz Beckenbauer farewell with, in true Bayern fashion, a big victory. Full-time score here, it ends Bayern 3, Hoffenheim 0.
LIC presents Jeevan Utsav. Get life insurance with 10% sum assured for a lifetime. Visit licindia.in today. Terms and conditions apply.
दूर कितना भी जाओ, इस जुबान से दूर ना जा पाओगे। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
इंतजार की घड़ी खत्म होने वाली है। हमें तो अपनों ने लूटा, गैरों में कहां दम था।
मेरी किश्ती भी वहीं डूबी जहां पानी कम था।
जेल के ताले टूटेंगे।
Speed, stamina और skills का ultimate fusion।
This is sensational stuff. This is absolute magic.
देखिए अल्टीमेट खो-खो 24 दिसंबर से 13 जनवरी तक लाइव सोनी लिव पर। What separates champions